What steps, Karen, can HR leaders take to humanize the work experience?
Well, I think just recognizing the whole person, right? As we've talked about throughout this conversation, the blurring effects and the ripple effects between personal and professional microstresses and lives are real. It's impossible to sort of separate the work responsibilities from life responsibilities because the ripple effects are enormous. So recognizing, in our case, that microstress at work and at home and in life is real and it's taking a toll on people, and recognizing that people need some help and some antidotes to responding to that. I think that's important, seeing the person as a whole and seeing that coming into work already microstressed from home will affect your performance at work, and leaving work at the end of the day microstressed from your day will affect your life at home. It's a pretty vicious cycle. So seeing the opportunity to reduce microstresses is going to have a catalytic effect on that person's life.
And it's a shift really from maybe in the past, we focused very much on performance, but actually we're focusing on performance and well-being. And then through focusing on well-being, you'd be likely to have a positive impact on performance as well.
And I think these are small efforts. Like, it's not well-being in the sense of, okay, we need a policy where people are going to get sabbaticals. You know what I mean? These are really small moments. So one of the things we learned about our 10 percenters, our top people, that were crushing performance, but also happier, they maintained at least 2 and usually 3 groups they were an authentic part of outside of their profession, as we've talked about, and that's drifted through COVID, right? So it can, we're experiencing stress more because we've fallen out of those groups with social distancing. It can be as simple as, leaders modeling that behavior, or in one-on-ones asking, okay, what are you doing outside of work, right? And are you kind of reconnecting in ways that's healthy for you? We had another great, team leader software development company that he went a step further and he said, okay, I was just going through performance reviews with my 60 people, and he had people put it in their plans. What are the couple things you're going to do to drive down the negative and to lean into the positive? And I'm sure he's not, you probably ask him about it, I'm sure he's not going to, chase it down to an area that's uncomfortable and blurring the boundaries between profession and person. But it just starts to get a recognition, right, that the whole person is the one coming to work, and that we need to think about this at some level in ways that are, again, very, very manageable. These are not big investments. These are just thinking about, how do you help people adapt their lives a little bit in ways that can have impact.
And that modeling is so important. Just by asking that question, it's probably giving people, almost perhaps making them think, oh, okay, yeah, that's a good point. Or B, it's almost giving them permission. I want, we want people to have interest outside work that's going to help them as people. That's more important. Obviously, it helps them. It helps them at work as well.
And what we'll see, like as we this research always evolves. You identify the principles, the things that can shift, and now we're starting to build things that are bringing these ideas in. And I believe what we'll see is that they'll have a quantifiable impact on retention and time to productivity. I believe they'll have a quantifiable impact on performance. If we can do some paired things that we're focusing on. And if we can get it right, and we can start to see, does this somehow stop certain kinds of people from going into clinical categories of care, right? Not only is that kind of morally right, but economically, the benefits are significant. So I think there's legitimate, ways that we'll be able to see that, as we move and evolve this body of work in different avenues.
In this series, we will be speaking to a range of senior leaders who are pushing a data-driven and digital HR agenda. Make sure that you subscribe via your podcast app of choice, and also via our YouTube channel for free and regular interviews with the digital HR leaders of the future.